It's so nice when someone pops in for a chat. Makes a change, doesn't it? Chance to talk about old times, chat about the family. Unfortunately, these days, you can't always be sure that everyone who turns up on your doorstep is going to be who they say they are. These people are often known as bogus callers. And that's why we have to be very careful before we allow anyone we don't know into our homes. Because when that doorbell rings and somebody you don't know is standing there, you need to know they're genuine. A bogus caller wants to get into your house to distract you while he steals your money and things, or lets someone else in to do it for him while he keeps you talking. Oh, they also pose as workmen, trying to trick you into getting repairs done that you don't need. They can be very convincing and very persuasive, and you'd be amazed at the stories they'll tell just to get past your door. For example, they might tell you that they need to check your water, or there's something wrong with your house and they need to do a survey. Or they might need water for a broken down car, or there's something belonging to them in your garden. Don't you believe it? And if you're not sure, don't let them in.
My friend Annie was taken in recently by someone who said it had a car crash down the road and needed to use the phone. After he'd made a pretend phone call, he asked for a drink of water. Well, Annie naturally went to get him a glass, and it was only later that she discovered a handbag was missing.
Oh.
A purse, £20 in, and photographs of the 2 grandchildren. She was ever so hurt and upset about it. She said, he looks so genuine.
I know it's difficult to remember to be on your guard every time the doorbell rings, especially if you're not expecting anyone. But a good tip is this. If you can, always look out of your window or through your spy hole first to see who is at your door before you open it. If you don't know them, talk to them through the window. Hello? It's not rude or silly, and it stops them thinking they can just walk in through your door. If you don't have a window that overlooks your front door, perhaps you live in a flat, then get a spy hole fitted to your front door and make sure you can see through it clearly. There are wide-angle models for those of us whose eyesight isn't too good. If you don't already have one of these, it's a good idea to get one, because then you can get a good look at the person before you decide to open the door. Now, always put the door chain or the door bar on before you open the door. If you don't have one of these, then get one. When the door is closed, leave it off, because then someone that you've given the key to can get in if you have a fall or you feel ill or you want to get out of the house in a hurry in the event of a fire. Remember too, if you have a back door, check that it's locked before you open the front door to callers. I always keep mine locked all the time. Because if the bogus callers are working in pairs, one of them can get rounded in the back door while the other one keeps you talking at the front. And if someone offers you an identification card, don't just glance at it. Take it from them and read it carefully. If you need your spectacles, then close the door and go and get them. And don't worry about it looking rude or impolite. A genuine caller will understand and won't mind waiting. And if they're not genuine, they won't wait around anyway. And if you're still not sure, ask them to write and make an appointment for another time when you can have someone with you. Just don't feel pressured into having to let them in.
Hello. We're currently visiting older people in this area to check out their homes for installing new central heating and security devices. I just need to come in to check your rooms.
Sorry to disturb you. Is it all right if I get some water for my car? I think there's a hole in the radiator. Or do you mind if I just quickly come in and wash my hands in your sink? Is that okay?
Good morning, madam. I'm afraid there's been a major pollution leak and I need to check your water quality.
And just to remind you, you can get a mirror like this one to put up by the front door, which gives you a better view if you've got a narrow hallway. And if you need help with door chains or door bars or a spy hole, they're all available. Just ask at your local council, your social services, or your age concern centre.
Are you feeling a bit warmer now?
Some companies, like British Gas, offer special services to us older people. For instance, we can choose our own password, which their caller has to give us before they can enter our house. Of course, you have to choose a password that we'll remember. If you want to know more, you can get in touch with British Gas. Some electricity suppliers, water suppliers, and local councils do the same services for us older people. And if you want to feel extra secure, you can get one of these. By pressing this alarm, you're linked to a control centre which will give you help or advice if you need it. There's really no need to feel on your own or worried about crime. As a matter of fact, older people are very unlikely to have any trouble. Most of the people who turn up on your doorstep will be genuine. But just to be on the safe side, always remember this message. Stop, chain, check. Always ask yourself, are you expecting anyone? Have you put the chain or the bar on? Have you checked their identification? Only when you're absolutely sure should you go and let them in. Anyone for more tea?
If you have information about bogus callers, phone Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. Your call is free. You are not asked for your name, and you may receive a reward.